Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. This week we're starting a new topic. We're talking about comparatives and superlatives. This may be a topic that you already know a little bit, but it's always good to have a review. So let me show you the presentation here. We're going to start from the very basics. So when we talk about comparatives and superlatives, we need to talk about adjectives. Adjectives are words that we use to describe something. So here we have a lemon, and to describe it, we can talk about its color, that it's yellow, that it's sour and delicious. So we can talk about the taste, that it's round. We can talk about the shape. And here we have a bunny. So we can say that it's fluffy, that it's cute, adorable, brown. So we can talk about the texture, the color again. And when we talk about people, of course, it is more complex to describe a person. So we have adjectives like shy, interesting, tall, young. So as you can see, we can talk about personality, but also about physical appearance. So now that we know the adjectives, we can start talking about comparatives. We use comparative forms of an adjective to compare two things, as you can see in the picture here. And the examples are: white meat is healthier than red meat. Red meat is more delicious than white meat. So yeah, as you can see, we always compare two things. As opposed to superlatives. When we talk about superlatives, we talk about three or more things, okay? We use the superlative form of an adjective to compare three or more things. We're talking about the number one, okay? So as you can see in this picture, we have a whole family. And we can talk about Luis. This is Luis, and he is the tallest person in the family. We can also talk about Erica. She is the most intelligent person in the family. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about number one in our group. Okay. When we talk about comparatives, we use, as you can see, er. Sometimes we use more. We always use than. So here's a chart of how to make comparatives from adjectives. So if the adjective is one syllable, like cheap, hot, we add er than, cheaper than, hotter than. And remember, when we have consonant, vowel, consonant, like hot, we double the consonant, so double T, okay, hotter. Also big, bigger, double G, okay. When it's two syllables, like pretty, happy, but it ends in Y, we also add ER. We just change Y to I. So change the Y, prettier, we put an I here. Happier, it's the same. Crazier, healthier, okay? If it doesn't end in Y and it's two or more syllables, then we add the word more. So intelligent, beautiful, these are long adjectives. So we add the word more intelligent, more beautiful. Why? Because imagine if we add er, this intelligent, it's already four syllables. If we add er, it will be intelligenter. It will be just so long. So that's why we add this word more, okay? And finally, we have irregular adjectives like good and bad, and they change completely. So good changes to better and bad to worse. When we talk about superlatives, as you can see, we have the, always, and then we have est, sometimes we have must, and it's basically the same rule. So you can see tall is short adjective, so we add est. Intelligent is a long adjective, so we add most. Okay. So again, one syllable, we add the, est. We always need the, okay? So cheap, the cheapest. Hot, the hottest. And again, pretty, prettiest, the happiest, the most intelligent, the most beautiful. And for the irregulars, good changes to best and bad changes to worst. So the best, the worst. And here's like a chart that includes the three. So here's the normal adjective, this line over here. and then we have the comparative, and finally we have the superlative, okay? Now here are some common mistakes that a lot of people make. We use more or er, but we never use both, more plus er. So it's incorrect to say my brother is more taller than you, because you have more and you have er. So you know how in Spanish it sounds horrible when someone says es más mejor? Well, it's like you're saying it's más mejor, okay? So never do this. And the other common mistake is that after a comparative, we use than and not that. Okay, some people use that because in Spanish, we relate this word to que, es más alto que, he's taller than you, but no, when we're comparing, we always use than, okay? So this will be incorrect too. Finally, here are some practice questions. Some questions with comparatives. Which is easier to learn, English or your language? So personally, I think English it's easier to learn because Spanish it's so complex and there are so many verbs that you need to memorize and so many rules, a lot of vocabulary. So I always think that Spanish is so complicated. Which is worse for your health, smoking or drinking? And which is more delicious, pizza or tacos? We also have some superlative questions. What is the most beautiful city you have visited? For me, the most beautiful city I have visited is Montreal in Canada. It's so beautiful. There are so many tall buildings. There's also a lot of green areas because there's like a mountain. So it's so beautiful and there are so many things to do. There are so many places to visit. So yeah. We also have who is the funniest person you know, or the craziest, or the prettiest, or the most creative, or the most intelligent? What is the best movie you have watched in all your life? What's your favorite movie? So it would be nice if you guys write an answer to one of this, of the comparatives, and one of this, of the superlatives. So two answers, and you put them in the form for this week. So you know, you can just type if you have any questions or doubts, but also you can type your two examples. So one from here, one from here. And yeah, in the form write, like for me, it would be number one. For me, it is easier to learn English because it's a simple language and Spanish is so complex. And number two, the most beautiful city I have visited in all my life is Montreal because there are so many things to do. There are so many people that come from everywhere around the world. So yes, please guys, let me know if you have any question, if you have any doubt or comment or suggestion. And of course, let me know your answers. I'm very interested in your answers. And I will see you on Wednesday.